it's just something that they do out of their own will, and I think it's pretty powerful.
A lot of plates are decorated with rangolis and kept at that place where the Maha Moodganpati puja takes place. So the Maha Moodganpati will have 10 times more the ingredients than the Moodganpati puja. So the GSB Seva Mandal it is a very old mandal. It exists since 1955, I think, and we have been associated. Our family has been associated with the mandal right since its inception. It used to be a very small idol to begin with, and now it has evolved to not just the idol has evolved in size, but it has gone on to be labeled as the richest Ganpati of Mumbai. And this has happened over time. Yes, it has happened over time. All the ornaments that the idol wears are all donations by devotees. And till date, now it has accumulated that much of those many ornaments, and that's why it's got the title of being the richest Ganpati. But besides that, the important thing to focus on is that the rituals and the pujas and the other things that take place here are carried out in a very disciplined manner, and rather like people don't miss out on certain things, and everything is carried out in a very religious manner. I would say in at this pandal, and my family has been associated right since its inception. So my earliest memories of Ganpati are about GSB Seva Mandal's Ganpati. So yeah, that is we've been volunteering there since childhood. So I can say that about the
So,
mandal.
when you say things are being conducted in religious manner, are you talking about the pujas and stuff? Is it by some
Yes.
scriptural rules or
Yes,
something that
yes.
the GSP community has been following for a while?
Yes, we belong. I mean, we follow the rituals as per. So I don't know if you understand sampradayas, and so Madhavacharya's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we come from like we follow it from there, and obviously there are like we follow it as per scriptures and traditions. It's happened. It everything takes place in a very traditional way. If I take you through some of the footages, you will understand the sense of it, the essence of it rather.
Yeah.
So every puja has its own significance, and everything has to happen in a certain order. So, and there are a lot of rules to be maintained in that sense. So it is not like, yeah, it is conducted with a lot of sanctity and discipline. It's my uncle there doing the aarti.
So, Anubha, this idol, is it every year the same?
Every year the idol is exactly the same. Same one is made. Only the dhoti, like how if I think
Dhoti and all is different.
yes, they drape it on the idol, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
that is different every day also sometimes.
And so this behind there is that silver Kirti Mukh and all that stuff. That must be like all the time the same thing, right?
Yeah, that is the same because the ornaments don't get immersed, right? That is
Exactly,
how
yeah.
over the years there have been so many like so much of gold and silver now because of the ornaments never get immersed.
Yes, yes, of course.
So there are like everyone, all the devotees who come for darshan, they can have a meal as well in the premises. Like it's a prasad sort of meal. So constantly there are meal preparations going on. And if you enjoy Udipi style of food, if you enjoy South Canara cuisine, as they call it, then you will love the food. And
I remember I had a breakfast or something that time when we went to the GSB temple in Valkeshwar. It was very tasty, and you were mentioning even there that people may come to eat.
Yes, yes. That's because it's in general very flavorful food, especially if you have that sort of palate. So evenings we usually don't have meals made, but the same meal which is served in the afternoon is, if it is a lot in quantity, then the distribution goes on till the serving goes on till night even sometimes. So this is like usually they do it like they stop the meal, like serving the meals on the banana leaf after something called as the Moodganpati Pooja. But if the meals still remain, if the quantity is still there, then they may just do it as a buffet. 20,000 people is the minimum that come for the meal part.
Okay, I'm just, if
Yes.
anyone wants to visit for a meal, just stand in line for a little time, then you can visit.
Yeah, you have to stand in line for that.
Okay.
You can, if you want a quick darshan of just the idol,
Hmm.
then you take the skywalk and you see the Ganpati from an elevated level and you exit directly.
Ritual. So some people they have different kinds of wishes and they get fulfilled. So they roll on the leaves, roll on eaten banana leaves rather. So this is an age-old ritual. So unfortunately, this also has got some casteist connotation, but honestly, the people you see are doing it are, they include Brahmins too. This person, you can see the sacred thread. So it's just something that they do out of their own will, and I think it's pretty powerful. They are turning after they finish a round. I'm not really very sure the entire process of this, but so they take it upon themselves. I think this video will really help in clarifying that casteist angle. Everything has got that these days.
So, Anubha, can you explain a little bit like, so who these are, I understand the leftover of food, but whose is it? Is this what the Brahmins are sitting or is it everyone?
Everyone's it is. This was the general lunch area. So once people
Okay.
got up from their meal, once one Pangat got up from their meal, some of these
People
people
decided,
who wanted,
chose
they
to do this
decided,
thing.
yeah, they chose to roll over. So it is
And
not
the
that they
people who
have to
roll over
roll.
will do are also any caste, whichever caste people want to do, they are rolling over.
Yes,
The
yes.
people who ate are also any caste. So yeah, definitely in this, I don't see why it should become casteist. Unless
Huh.
some historic thing people are picking up, that's a different thing. But
Yeah,
in current form,
maybe.
there does not seem
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, there is no. And the more you can see more people who are Brahmins who are rolling because they know
Okay.
about this ritual and they want to, participate in all that. And it's a general meal area. So I don't.
And so the idea is if somebody has a wish they want fulfilled, then they would roll over like this and maybe like take some, it's like a, what to say, a humiliating thing, not to be touching all that leftover food. So you take that humiliation and then hopefully the karma gets cleansed so that the wish gets
Maybe I don't understand it,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
I
sure.
cannot speak for that. But yeah, so same thing of Udipi, right? Like there was this video going around on Twitter of people eating off the floor of Udipi Shri Krishna temple. They were eating off
Okay.
the floor instead of eating from a plate, and that had got a
Oh.
casteist connotation because somebody said it has casteist origins. Some, yeah, but to tell you the truth, these are done out of their own volition, and it is. I don't know if you could clearly see that there is nothing of that sort happening in the present state. So there is a VIP lunchroom besides the dining area which I showed you, which is for general people to dine in. There is another area for volunteers to dine in. Uh, And there is also another area for senior citizens to dine in. And this section, this fourth section, is for when VIPs and celebrities visit, because they would usually get thronged with a lot of crowd, right? If so, this is like a separate AC dining section for them.
Oh,
And
it's so nice.
yes. So this, I mean, even the people who perform Annadan Seva, they also can dine here with their families and all. So if they have contributed towards Annadan Seva, they can also dine here.
Let's proceed to the canteen section. This is like a paid canteen. And everything that's this is just for refreshments, and because you don't really I mean, especially volunteers who stay for the entire day, they need that break. They are served tea, coffee even wherever they volunteer, but even then this is like just something to munch on, and and everything here is without onion and garlic. So these are all the Havan kunds where the home takes place in the morning. This is they are preparing for the Ranga Puja. This is the Deeparadhana preparation happening. Every day these diyas are arranged in different shapes, and during the puja the entire place is switched off. I mean, the lights are switched off, and you can see the diyas all lit up in beautiful designs. So I'll show that in a bit. So this is basically that entire, rectangular area where different kinds of pujas happen.
So Anubha, these pujas and all, how can someone, if someone wants it done for them, their family, how can they do that?
So they have a website called gsbsevamandal.org where you can go and book a seva. It is activated a few months before the Ganesha of Bhadrapad. And as well as if you visit the place, you can also book the sevas over there itself. That is also an option. But for certain pujas like Gana Home, if you want to sit for the Havans, if you want to actually perform the puja, then it makes sense to book that in advance, because the Gana Home takes place early in the morning. So at least a day in advance is recommended.
But they would have slots, right? It's not like some
No, they
slots.
don't. So slots as in there are puja timings.
Okay.
So they are not slots exactly. For Tulabhar, there are slots. So Tulabhar is that seva where there is a huge tula, there is a huge weighing scale, and depending on your weight, you donate that many coconuts or that many rice, that much kg of rice to the idol. So for the Tulabhar, there is a time slot. There is a time range. Then when you visit the pandal after booking a Tulabhar seva, you have to take a token and wait for your turn to sit on the tula.
Okay.
So that is the offering that people usually do when, especially when their wish gets fulfilled, or even just like that, they can do it. So they offer that many coconuts or that many kgs of rice as their body weight. That is the Tulabhar Seva. So all the pujas have a certain time range. Like, especially if you want to be present for the puja, then it's better to come in that time range. If you don't want to be present for the puja, you can just come and you can take your prasad at any time of the day and leave. So if you could book a Bana Home puja and you could not be there for the puja, but you can come later in the day, collect your prasad and leave. So that's also an option. At least,
and anyone can do it. Anyone can do. Anyone who wishes to.
Anyone can do it, but if you want to sit for the puja, for the Gana Home, then only males are allowed to sit for the Gana Home
and
puja.
In that traditional attire.
In traditional attire, yeah, in traditional attire. I'll take you through the Deeparadhana Puja. I I enjoy this puja a lot because since the last few years, especially, they have started turning off the lights of the entire mandal,
Oh,
and
nice.
yeah, so that the diyas can shine
Mm.
more beautifully. And usually there is an area where they prepare a design using flowers, and they light the diyas in between that design. So that area is also very beautiful. So for the Moodganpati puja, uh, Maha Moodganpati puja actually. A lot of plates are decorated with rangolis and kept at that place where the Maha Moodganpati puja takes place. There, uh, basically, a lot of coconuts are stacked together along with these potlis. We call them as mood. That is called as mood. So they contain rice in it, the potlis, and there are coconuts, and there is something called panchkajay, which is all it is said that
High
that is
substances.
Ganpati. It's said that that is Ganpati, and there is a mukut kept on top of this entire structure, and that is worshipped as Ganpati. So the Mahamud Ganpati will have 10 times more the ingredients than the Mood Ganpati puja.
Since you watched so far, just letting you know that I have some premium content for members of this channel only. It is stuff that is too sensitive or specific and I am not comfortable sharing in public. So if you are interested, do check out the membership tabs for all the exclusive content that I have out there.